lands.
Which seems surprising to me.
One Thoughtseize. Seems like he has just like, it's good to have a suite of different, I like having a suite of different 1-mana discard spells because they work in conjunction so nicely. You know, you can...
I mean, I'd always, like, one Thoughtseize though, isn't that if you're going to have 3 or 4 of one, it should be Thoughtseize.
Maybe,
right?
I mean, he might be worried about his own life, but think about it, I think the biggest thing is if you have in your opening hand 2 1-mana discard spells. Like, I would almost always prefer them to be different. I would love to lead out on Inquisition and then have my second one be a Thoughtseize. You know, I'm not worried about your 5-drop on turn 1. I'm not worried about your Jace the Mind Sculptor right away. I'll get him later. And then I can more, like, well-position my Thoughtseize.
That's reasonable. It's just, in many ways, it's surprising to me because...
Maverick, turn 1, fetch land into Mother of Runes, and then it makes Umezawa's Gite turn 2. This could be pretty relevant, I think, against the mono black deck. The Mother of Rune's not so scary. He plays 4 Innocent Bloods, so he has some decent game against it. He's going to go ahead and him to Turok Nick.
Pretty good when your opponent's on the play to him them on turn 2.
So question, him to Turok. Wolf, Chanting Priests.
Wolf.
I like Chanting Priests. The guys at dinner table, I forget the 4th one.
There's Chanting Priests, guys at dinner table.
I like Chanting Priests. That's just my style on it.
Man, come on, but Wolf's
adorable. Okay. And it adorably hits a land and I believe a Kasali Pride Mage. So just adorable. Mother of Runes has acquired Gite counters, which is going to be for this aggro deck. He has his creatures are Abyssal Persecutor, Fairy Macabre, Vampire Nighthawk, Gatekeeper of Malakir, Dark Confidant. So as the Gite gets more counters, it's going to be just, you know, this massacre. But actually dealing with Mother of Runes, pretty easy for Davis Merced. You know,
He's got a lot of options.
Yeah, Gatekeeper. He has 3 Gatekeeper, 4 Innocent Blood. He has 2 Gites of his own. If he draws one, you know, he can lead that out, cancel the Gite, and then start as creatures. He's going to play Vampire Nighthawk, which I don't... yeah, it doesn't do much here, actually. Knight of the Reliquary, the Knights v Dragons Knight of the Reliquary from Nick. The problem is Mother of Runes can swing, and if Nick Davis blocks, you can shrink the Nighthawk to a 0/1. Mother of Runes can brawl and win, and then put 2 more counters on it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Nick did not go ahead and do that.
Well, here's my guess. My guess is that Nick doesn't really want to tap his Mother of Runes. He probably is under the impression that, you know, Mother of Runes, you know, you don't tap that card, then it dies, but...
Yeah, I mean, you could also be worried about things like Snuff Out, or...
Right, but really, Davis's removal isn't that kind, you know, it's a different kind of removal. Okay, he's going to play Abyssal Persecutor. Knight of the Reliquary going to get pretty large, pretty protection from black. Davis needs to deal with the Mother of Runes, or I don't see how he stays in this.
Yeah, it seems pretty rough at this point.
Alright, so... Mother of Runes, yeah, thinking about moving it. Maybe not, we're unsure.
What kind of swamps are those that Davis Merced is playing in Legacy? Those, come on.
I like that.
We need some nice swamps.
Sometimes I like to run... No, this is actually what I do, because I kind of think it's amusing. I will take the basic lands that I have in my playtest deck when I'm playtesting for something. You know, I just playtest stuff, I shuffle without sleeves. And then when, in the end, kind of like, as a tribute to the playtesting, I'll take these really beat swamps and just throw them into sleeves. And I'm like, these, you know, after play, sleeve up the rest of the deck with real cards, but I'm going to keep these swamps. So he's going to Swords the Gatekeeper, the Abyssal Persecutor. Really just, let's get more Gite counters, let's get Mother of Runes, protecting this Knight of the Reliquary. Nick feeling pretty good about it. Davis gains a ton of life off it, but that's fine. Nick's gonna push, so Nick with a stocked graveyard, push by +4 on the Gite.
Nick just pumped 4?
Pumped 4. I don't like that yet.
Yeah, I mean, you could just kill Nighthawk.
Yeah, I would want to have enough. Okay,
your opponent's at 28. Like
yeah.
You're 20. Like your opponent's at a million.
You'll have plenty of time to do that later. Once you establish control, you can pump with Gite all you want. But let's make sure that Gite is. Let's make sure it's awesome, right? Like a Gite with 6 counters on it is one of the most invincible feelings in the world. You know, don't you want to get there? That's okay. So therapy. Let's see. Won't be able to tell what he's naming. He's going to name Swords to Plowshares.
He named Swords to Plowshares?
Named Swords to Plowshares. He may have some card in his hand. Did we see that? Did we see it was in Nick's hand?
It was flipped over very quickly.
Okay. Well, sorry, apologies to viewers. We missed the flip on the Cabal Therapy. And he's going to then play another Nighthawk and wasteland the Savannah. That's good. Keeps him off white. Well, not really. Knight of the Reliquary is pretty good at
Giving you whatever you want.
yeah. The Knight of the Reliquary promo art, I'm not as enthusiastic about. It's, as I like to say, it has a lot of shapes. It's very angular.
It is very angular.
All right, Horizon Canopy from Nick Marriott. So we've seen a lot of Maverick. We saw Maverick deck go 3-0. Nick Marriott, another Maverick deck, also in the undefeated bracket. Now, tell me if I'm wrong here. I still find it very hard to believe that in Legacy, our best deck is green-white. Like, there's just part of me which is like, no, that can't be it. I think people just that can't be true. You know, blue cards can beat this. I don't care what you're doing with planes and, you know, Savannah. Why isn't that Underground Sea? All right, so he's gonna. I think Nick's gonna block. Davis blocked. He's okay. So he's pushing again with Gite.
Yeah, he just removed both counters.
All right.
Deals extra damage again.
I mean, that is a lot of damage, but I don't see the need.
Like you're dealing 4 extra damage, then you know just by
you're losing so much reach.
Yeah, like by the amount with the amount of counters that he has now wasted on Jit, he could have killed both those Nighthawks.
You could have had
gaining his opponent for a turn.
You could have had a 6 with a Gite with 6 counters on it. That's this other guy's deck's full of 2-1s and 2-3s. Like he's playing black. He really can't blow it up. Thalia from Nick. I mean, he can blow it up. He does have his own Gites, just 2.
Yeah, but I mean, if you had a bunch of counters on your Jit, then you could use it to.
And then you gain life.
Cards.
Yeah. The third sad ability, Gite. See, but like here, you know, I would love to have 6 counters here. He just played a 6/6. Hurrah! Abyssal Persecutor comes down for Davis Merced. Life total is 16 and 10. Still in Davis's favor. Nick Marriott has drawn an even mind sensor. I mean, you still have to like, and in this creature mirror, you still have to feel like you feel pretty good if you're the guy with the Gite.
Well, I mean, but he used a ton of Gite counters to deal his opponent damage instead of using.
And Nighthawk's life
creatures.
Nighthawk, like racing Nighthawk is also really bad.
Yeah, like in a creature mirror, you never use your Gite counters for that.
No, you use it to massacre your opponent's team.
Unless they're dying, and then you still like don't really want to do it because you're afraid of a removal spell.
Right. It could have. There could be. I mean, Davis. If we go with the other line, Davis would be. Oh gosh, with the 4 life he's gained off the Nighthawk, it wouldn't even be that different life total. Davis would be at 20 without 2 Nighthawks, and the board would look the same. You know, every 2 extra damage he's doing, Davis is gaining it back. Nick Marriott pushes again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that lethal? Isn't that? Oh, that puts Davis down to 6. But I mean, Davis has to just be thrilled with how this is going.
Yeah, this is.
He's in this game, and he shouldn't be by all rights. If Davis has a swing here.
Yeah, I mean, he can, put Nick at 4.
And Nick does have Aven Mind Sensor in his hand, but he does have to play Aven Mind Sensor here. Nick goes down to 9 with Horizon Canopy. He'll flash Mind Sensor into play on the block. He's going to block Persecutor.
Doesn't Persecutor trample?
Persecutor has trample. This is true. I think he's missed this fact. 2, 3, 4. That's 9 damage. This block will. Okay, Nick makes the block. That'll put Nick to 0. Now they might be discussing.
Well,
okay,
no, it's too late.
He's got Gite. I mean, it's blocked there. He has Gite counters. He can gain 4. He gains 2 off. Okay, Nick's gonna gain 2 life off the Gite to stay alive.
They said damage.
Well, that's fine. You can go to 0. The Abyssal Persecutor's in play. He's not gonna lose.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
He can gain 2 life after damage.
Okay. You're absolutely right.
In response to a Gite counter, I'll Diabolic Edict myself. No. I mean, then he just gain. If he has 2 Diabolic Edicts, he could get him. Davis moves back up to 11. especially then blocking the guy with trample. Nick is letting this game get away from him. And Davis is going to play Dark Confidant.
Does he have
that's a
something
little
else
risky. Especially because the Knight of the Reliquary is going to swing for so much. I mean, I think Dark Confidant's there to chump block. Okay, Cabal Therapy. Okay, so the Confidant's going to it might just be there to tear up Nick's hand. Well, no, he's going to need the Confidant alive. Remember, there's no reason to get rid of Abyssal Persecutor. Nick Davis can do that at will. He has therapies in the yard. You know, the Abyssal Persecutor ability, I mean, doesn't matter too much. He names Elspeth Knight Errant. It's a good name. That's one of the ways,
that is a good name,
land
yeah.
Elspeth would
really
kill
nice.
you. Kill you dead. Really a testament to the power of Gite. The fact that, Nick can still win this game because Gite is awesome. Gite, remember, in a creature mirror, Gite does everything. It races, it gains life, it kills, it slices, it dices.
It does everything. I mean, this game could have made Davis have no creatures in play.
I mean, remember this. You have the potential to have 10 Gite counters over the course of a game. In a creature mirror, let's think about the things that 10 Gite counters can do. They can give 10 -1/-1s to creatures. It can pump for 20 or gain 20 life. All of those are absurd in a creature mirror. Like, just absurd. So, if you get that many activations of a Gite, like, you should be winning. It's so hard to... When your opponent's attacking you with 2 1s and 2 3s, like, oh, just kill everything. Okay. But that said, I think Nick still has a lot of outs here.
I think Nick can still win this game.
Yes. Gite is really awesome. But he's going to need help now.
To a Green Sun Zenith. Let's see what's in his deck.
Okay, Nick can Green Sun Zenith for Noble Hierarch, Gaddock Teague, Scavenging Ooze, Scrib Ranger, Kasali Pride Mage, Knight of the Reliquary.
Okay.
I don't actually
And
see...
he has Horizon Canopy in play, correct?
Yes.
Horizon Canopy, do you have to tap it to draw the card?
Yes.
The other one? You do, okay. That's a Pride Mage.
I don't see a line. I don't see an out for him with Zenith. He has a Pride Mage in hand. He has Pride Mage Zenith.
How many
in his
lands are in
hand.
his graveyard?
It's I believe 3. So the Knight could pump up to 7.
So, right now the Knight can kill the Confidant.
Swing
Being
5.
the Knight of 5/5.
Pro Black, so he's going to falter through with Knight of the Reliquary. Knight's going to swing. But if that's not lethal, it's not lethal.
This is not the
Remember,
line.
he can't Zenith here because he has his own Thalia in play. So Zenith targets are pretty slim pickings.
Yeah.
Okay. Falter through with Knight. Maybe we can. He's gonna waste his own Horizon Canopy. Is that enough? He's gonna waste targeting Horizon Canopy in response, draw a card. Hoping maybe to draw a fetch land. He's gonna pump. So that's 4 plus however many lands are in his graveyard. I do not believe he has 7 lands in his graveyard. Have to count through it. If it's 7, he's Nick Davis Merced. I think it's 7. Okay, I think what he's trying to do is put Davis to 1 and then win on upkeep. He's trying to, corner shot off the Bob. All right, Liliana, it kills Davis. Nick gets it. By all rights, I would say a game closer than it needed to be. But Nick Marriott wins first game. Yeah, it was a Liliana, so he gets him on the Bob trigger.
Yeah.
So going back to Davis's play, if he doesn't cast Dark Confidant, is he dead on an attack? Like, is it correct just to not cast Dark Confidant there? It does invite 2 more damage in Thalia.
He would have died, wouldn't he?
Okay, yeah, the extra, I think...
He needed to...
Yeah, the extra 2 damage from Thalia, I think, also is lethal, so...
Yeah, the other thing is that Nick could have... Nick activated all those lands.
Right.
After he'd attacked with that Knight of the Reliquary.
He could have drawn a fetch land.
He could have drawn a fetch land.
Right, and then for 1 additional.
And gotten in for 1 additional, which would have just been lethal and not given Davis that out.
Yeah.
There were a lot of things that game that could have gone differently. Nick had an enormous number of Gite counters by the end of that game. I believe 12 total Gite counters.
I think it might have just been 10, but yeah, 10 or 12. I think it's just 10. That enough Gite counters. 12.
Pretty sure it was 12 because the first turn
he pushed 3 times.
When the Nighthawk came down, the Jit already had 2 counters.
Right, because he had the option. Yes, so you're right. Yeah, but then he didn't swing it that turn. So yeah, he just got.
He
10.
definitely should have swung that turn.
That's correct.
Okay, yeah. So that's the
10.
problem. Is I was thinking that he did swing that turn.
Yeah. Because the 1/1 Mother Runes holding a Gite could make a Nighthawk a 2/3 down to 0/1.
So he potentially had 12 counters.
Correct.
And the thing is if he had swung that turn.
Yeah.
I mean, also this is also
cards
something you
with
should
a lot
learn.
of options are very and I think this is the thing. The more options a card has, this is why Planeswalkers, despite being very powerful, Jace the Mind Sculptor is a very hard card to play with because it has so many options and they're all good. And Gite's, Gite's that's true of too. I mean, maybe gain 2 life, not that good, but pretty reasonable actually. The creature deals damage, you gain 4. That I'd probably play. I might play an equipment that just does that. But all the options are good. Gives you a lot of chances to really. To make a decision that's not as good as possible. Looking at the sideboard, right?
Yeah. So if we look at the sideboard, Davis gets access to Perish. Very good here.
Yeah. All right.
3
Perish.
more Massacres. Also very good here.
Davis is ready for this.
Yeah, he's ready for Maverick. He has an extra Him. Him is also very good against Maverick.
Is it still good in the late game, or is it one of those things you have to get early? Remember,
I think it's just so good that you have to... Him's really good against creature decks.
I would actually say, outside of Umezawa's Gite, I don't see how Nick gets control of this game. Davis has so much Davis is going to kill all the creatures. I guess Elspeth Knight Errant and Umezawa's Gite, so that's 3 cards, seem all really good. There's a second Elspeth in Nick's board he should side in, I believe.
He should definitely sideboard in.
Davis has a lot. Davis is going to have a lot of trouble answering an Elspeth. But outside of that, when I look at the other cards in Nick's deck, right? Davis is just going to kill all the creatures over and over. And then he doesn't care about Mother Runes. He has Massacre, Perish, Innocent Blood, Gatekeeper of Malakir. Mother Runes not a non-issue. So, despite being down a game, I think I would want to be Davis in this matchup. There are only 28 minutes left in the round. If I'm Davis, I'd make sure I'm playing quick.
Yes. You'd have to play really quick. Between 2 games in 20 minutes? They're taking a lot of time between this.
Yeah. That first game definitely drawn out. Yeah, I keep a clip up, but I do think, these mono black decks, they're mono black versus green white. That usually seems to be a good matchup for mono black.
Yeah.
Black is very good at killing creatures, and green white is very good at playing creatures.
At this time, we are still taking signups for our 2-headed giant sealed event that will be happening.
So another thing that I'd like to talk about, a lot of times these feature matches we'll see the sideboarding take a very long time.
Yeah,
and it's pretty surprising because haven't you gotten warnings in the past for sideboarding for too long? Is that around you?
Not often. I pre-plan my sideboarding. Some of the people I touch with do not do that. They like to sideboard, empirically. Let's see what he had. Look at him. Try to look at how many cards he's sideboarding. Try to figure out what kind of guy he is, what he's going to bring in. Ever since the outside notes rule has come in, I show up with. I carry note cards with me. I'm a teacher, so I do that kind of stuff. I fill out a note card. It's like my study guide. I fill it out with all my boarding plans.
Yeah, I don't keep a list of sideboard notes on me because I'm just afraid that I'll accidentally look at it during a match. Okay. I have it in my pocket or something, but I do create one and write it up before I go.
And you just don't bring it with you.
And then I just don't bring it with me because if you write something down, it's easy enough to remember it.
And some people I've talked to don't like writing down notes because they're afraid that will make them too rigid, too inflexible if they need to be.
Don't get me wrong, I'll still be malleable.
Yeah. What I do is I write down notes and then I proceed to not do what I write down. It's like, this is what I'm supposed to do, and I'm going to do something different. But it's good to know that I disagree with myself. Yeah, I mean, sideboarding, you're supposed to be able to complete all your sideboarding and mulligans within 5 minutes. Is that correct? Is that I think that's it's either 3 or 5. It's something that's not very big.
Yes, you're supposed to have your deck, you have to be done sideboarding, you have to shuffle and present within 5 minutes. All right, so I mean, this is quite a while, because this has easily been 8 minutes
of sideboarding.
Yeah.
Well, they started. They ended at 28 minutes on. I think they're on about minute 3 of sideboarding, but that's still a bit, you know, and they aren't going yet. So, right, we have, Davis on the play. I think he just wants to play, you know, if I were Davis, like, Dark Confidant, I would love to get a Dark Confidant turn 2, and then just kill everything. That'd be my game plan here.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets a Dark Confidant to stick around,
he'll win.
He'll win.
But yeah,
actually, no, I don't think that's true at this point. I think he'll draw.
Yeah, they need to go faster. Not to say that people, you got to play quick. You need to give yourself a chance to win. It's okay to think about plays.
Yeah,
it's
the
okay
last
to play
game ended over
decks.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That's too much. Way too much.
Right. You need to afford yourself every opportunity to win the tournament. I remember I had a friend who played Lands in Legacy, played his first Legacy Grand Prix. Over the first 8 rounds, 5 wins, 0 losses, 3 draws. Then lost round 9 and missed day 2. And I was like, it's like, man, it's my first loss of the day. Yeah, 3 draws is the same as 2 losses. And I felt really bad for him. I was like, this is, I don't want to rag on you, but if you're gonna play Lands, I mean, you should know that if you're going to a tournament and you're playing Lands, like,
you have to know how to play.
You have to play fast. Okay, the judge has given Davis a warning for sideboarding for a time on his sideboard. Which is interesting, because the thing is that Davis is the one who needs to be playing quickly. It's not, All right, Davis starts out, drawing 7. All right, game on. It hasn't resolved mulligans either, so... Okay, both are keeping. Nick mulliganing, so now we're still not starting our match.
Yeah.
It's better to be 1 or 2 cards off in your sideboarding plans. Especially if you're Davis. You need to win. It's 23 minutes around. You need to win 2 games. It's better to be 1 or 2 cards off than to have to go crazy fast.
I agree.
Like, you like to think that you want to make every play the best, but there's this part where you have to think about, you can play at 90% and win. And I know that's weird, especially when I'm from the always make the best play camp. But your deck's powerful. You can play it at less than optimal efficiency, and you can win a bunch. Your deck will get you there. You have to help your deck out sometimes. Sometimes you do need to play for at 100%. Sometimes if a play is very difficult and you need a tank and the judge says, please make a play. I've had one tournament. It was kind of interesting. I remember I was playing draft. It was playing for top 8. I ended up losing, but judge
looks like they're getting into it.
Yeah, interesting decision.
Cabal therapy.
Yeah,
leads things off. You see, Nick has an Armageddon in his hand.
Wow. So what I remember is that I said is that I got a warning from a judge of, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to ask you to play faster. I remember turning to the judge and saying, well, okay, I'm gonna keep thinking. I guess I'll take a warning for slow play. And I remember saying like, okay, and then he gave me a warning for slow play, and I took 30 more seconds and made my play, and like that was fine. Provided I don't normally get slow play warnings. It's like this is a resource I have. This is my tournament life, But by and large, you play fast so that when you need to take time, you can take time. So yeah, names hierarch doesn't get anything. Therapy's a little hard from Davis here. There's not a single card, I think, that he's just gotta get. I probably name Umezawa's Gite, actually. That's the card I don't want to see him resolve.
I mean, on turn 1,
you have
it depends what's in your hand. Like, if you have a turn 2 Confidant, you name Swords. If you have...
Yeah, it's... And Davis, I think...
If you have a hand without a lot of removal,
Yeah.
You name Hierarch.
I think Davis is in a high pressure situation here. You know, it's turn 2, he's tanking on his turn 2 play. You know, it's gonna end up being like Dark Con. Okay, it's gonna be Phyrexian Revoker. All right, any response? Yeah, I'll crack my fetch land. You know, sure, respond to that. There was an Elspeth in Nick's hand, correct?
I believe there was.
Okay, well, I imagine it's going to name Elspeth. We said, looking at the deck lists, that we felt like Gite and Elspeth were some of the most important cards out of Nick's deck.
Yeah.
Okay. Granted, it's a little bit of a temporary answer in Revoker. One of Davis's big plans is to board in lots of Massacres. Massacre will kill his own Revoker, so he now...
I'm not really sure how much I like the Revoker here. That's it. He sideboarded that in, and like, he has so many other cards he wants to sideboard here.
Okay, and actually Revoker, he's going to name nothing. He's going to flash it back to Therapy and naming Thalia. I think
that's reasonable.
That's reasonable. That. If I think I can deal with the Elspeth and don't care, then yeah, sure, get Thalia. Maybe Thalia's going to cramp my style. Maybe if you're light on land, you really don't want him to drop a Thalia here.
No, but I just saw a Massacre in Davis's hand, so I don't know if I like taking Thalia if I know I already have
another
Massacre.
Cabal Therapy, this time getting Noble, Knight of the Reliquary. So you have Armageddon, Elspeth. If I have another creature, I'll get the Elspeth too. So maybe if you have double Therapy, you just get everything. Another land passes the turn. Wasteland drawn by Nick. Marriott, not really it's kind of a colorless land against mono black. His one non-basic is a Bojuka Bog. He has some wastelands of his own. Alright, so David's going to have to make a creature to get that Elspeth. Otherwise, Elspeth can really run away with this game.
I mean, he's already therapied 3 times, and Elspeth being the best card against
Elspeth
him.
He hasn't taken the Elspeth yet, which makes me think he's got to have a creature.
This is last call for signups for the 2-headed giant.
He's got to have something to flashback this therapy. He can't let Elspeth come down.
He had an Inquisition in his hand too, so he could have just Inquisition to take that knight. There's no reason to...
There's no reason, yeah.
With which to construct
so when you therapy, you name Elspeth, and you Inquisition the knight?
Yes. It's going to be firing, we hope, in just a couple minutes. Please come on up to the Sideboarding stage.
And Davis has got to go quicker here.
Again, this is last call for the 2HD event.
3 mana, Vampire Nighthawk. All right, he's gonna give Nick the chance. I think you have to sack it. I think you got to get Elspeth.
Yeah, Elspeth will beat you
by itself.
100% Elspeth will beat you by itself.
All right, see if Davis agrees.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Like Nick with that Jit last round did not last game. I'm serious. Like I mean, sometimes people are in these high pressure situations and they don't use super cards properly, and like Elspeth is a card with a lot of options.
Davis, it's not important. He either has to commit. Decide it now. You're either going to kill Elspeth with Nighthawk or you're going to kill Elspeth with Therapy. Pick one. Go. Plays Swamp. Passes turn. All right, Nick has a chance to get his Planeswalker down. I would make the most of it here. And there we go. Elspeth Knight Errant going to come right down. That's going to be very hard for Davis to deal with. I mean, I guess the Nighthawk can eventually kill it, but Elspeth's very loyal. There's going to be an army of soldiers by the time she flees.
So they'll get a soldier for Nick here.
Yep.
Elspeth versus Tezzeret. Elspeth.
Yep. A matchup that's decidedly in Elspeth's favor. I never understood. Yeah, I never understood why she was fighting against Tezzeret the Seeker. If it was Tezzeret Agent of Bolus, I'd understand, but she never had anything to. She never had any qualm with the Seeker. All right. Nick Dryad Arbor plays Green Sun Zenith for 3. Yeah, for 3. Okay, probably getting Knight of the Reliquary. Almost certainly getting Knight of the Reliquary. He also has Kitchen Finks as an option here. Davis, is that with a Dark Blast in hand?
You get a Mirror Crusader too.
You can't.
Mirror Crusader with Elspeth.
Yeah, but it's not. It has to be
it's
green.
Not green. You're right. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Man, if Zenith could get any creature, that would we'd see the card played so much.
Card is so good. It's a wild card.
Yeah.
All right.
Resolves?
Thinking about his decision here.
I actually think I like Finks. I want something that can die and that he has to kill twice. Finks seems great against mono black.
That's reasonable.
He's gonna go with Knight. Knight, you can't fault that either. Knight's pretty darn good too.
And a lot of Davis's cards are like, you know, sacrifice guy.
I still don't understand. I think why Davis may have not therapied the Elspeth is it's possible that he has no other creatures in hand, and it's kind of a naked feeling to, you know, be this aggro deck and be like, oh, that's my last creature. But you gotta do what you gotta do. There's always chances to draw more creatures. There's not that many chances to kill more Elspeths. Nick makes a soldier.
Nick playing a 5th land despite having that Armageddon in his hand. It seems somewhat surprising to me also.
Yeah, I actually saving the 5th land there.
Saving the 5th land there is huge.
I'm actually wondering if you're Nick, would have you made the play of cast Armageddon, make land drop Elspeth instead of Knight of the Reliquary? Just Geddon right there?
I think I do Knight first, but I don't think I play my land, and I think I get in next turn because the Knight is...
Next turn we're going to see a Geddon, right?
We must.
Yeah, he's knocking down the... Well, interesting. Okay, we actually need to do a little math here of this race of Elspeth versus Nighthawk. What actually wins the race? He's going to Dark Blast the Knight and then Massacre. That's very strong. It's also going to get the Dryad Arbor. So Davis actually a little bit in control in the fact that the Knight might actually, with good enough backup, okay, just Armageddon left, he takes Scrib Ranger. The Knight might actually be able to race Elspeth here. Elspeth up to 3, becoming
No, what did he do? He could have just won. He could have just Armageddon and then played Maze of Ith with Elspeth in play.
Oh my.
He could have just won right there.
That's very, very strong. Oh my. Yeah, alright.
Wait, he just played the Maze of Ith.
Alright, he's gonna Maze the Knight, the Nighthawk. Yeah, I probably would have Armageddoned and then played the Maze of Ith.
That's what I probably would have done also.
Okay.
Alright, so Nick here. I'm sorry, the maintain.
Alright, drops Davis to 22.
Attacking Davis down to 22 here.
Nighthawk's untapped. That's not gonna do anything. It's gonna get blocked.
Yeah.
Alright. It's okay, he'll have more chances. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if Davis can't answer the Elspeth, I mean, yes, okay, shouldn't have lost 1 token, but the token won't matter too much. You know, as long as Davis can't answer the Elspeth, that should be fine. All right, Nighthawk getting mazed. What Davis is going to have to get is just a second flyer. Say, the problem is like Elspeth's becoming more and more loyal. It's just like, oh, it's just this pain for Davis trying to answer it.
And
make another soldier.
No,
make it fly. He's going to pump it. All right, 4 in the air.
That. That's fine.
Trade. Sure. Now you're out of creatures. I already have your preemptively answered your next creature.
Doesn't now he Armageddons?
No, you can't Armageddon anymore. The Maze of Ith is worth so much more than the Armageddon, isn't it?
I don't know. Having your opponent have no permanence in play when you have an Elspeth in play is pretty good.
Pretty good. So is Maze of Ith, though. He's going to Innocent Blood. All right. Scavenger Goose is gone. He's going to eat some stuff in the yard. Sure. Get Therapy. Awesome. Get something else. Get Nighthawk. Sacrifice.
You can get Dark Blast over there?
I don't know how much it matters. Probably I'd get Dark Blast. If you're Nick, stop making land drops. 4 mana. Alright, he's gonna get him.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's really sad that, like, as I said before, boy, it would have been nice to get him and now drop a Maze of It. That would be like the sleeper hold.
Yeah,
you can't, there's no coming back from that, but...
You just get him.
Davis was also ready for the Armageddon. Alright. That Grafdigger's Cage?
Interesting choice out of the sideboard. I mean, Davis already had so many cards to sideboard in here.
I mean, it is a Green Sun Zenith deck, so there are 4 Green Sun Zeniths. That's presumably what they're there for. I don't really... And Knight of the Reliquary activations. The second half, they're not as relevant for me. Davis has had so much time to... The reason I don't like... Yeah, I don't know if I like the Geddon is that Davis has been preparing for the Geddon, but it's probably good. Davis is down to 1 card. Nick swings 4. Plays Umezawa's Gite. Now, remember, the 2 cards we said that Davis has to avoid, they are both on the battlefield right now.
Yeah. And, I mean, Davis could have prevented that Elspeth from ever coming down.
Yes. I think Davis is going to look back at this and say, man, I should have taken Elspeth.
Yeah.
Elspeth now at 8. becoming very loyal soon.
This deck has a lot of ways to interact with creatures, which is what he's looking. But
Interestingly enough, the Elspeth emblem not very relevant against Davis.
oh no, not at all.
Against David, yeah. So
That's fine. You don't need an emblem.
I mean, it's cool, but yeah.
All
Alright, it's gonna pump with Gite. We already know our feelings on this, so it's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
well-
on this sort of board, I guess it's okay. Like, he did less than the clock just by 1 turn. Yeah, see, I probably don't like that until... I wouldn't want to do that until the critical turn where, like, I would just store up counters and then on 1 turn, kill him. I probably wouldn't, like, incrementally push. I would, just store him up and then say, oh, this is enough to kill you, get you. Elspeth's going to edict away Liliana will edict away the Elspeth token. A pretty temporary answer.
Yeah, not going to be
Touch land
good
by
enough
Nick.
for long. Nick's going to be able to make a token, equip the Jit, and cast Mother of Runes here. Or he gets
Thalia.
to make a Thalia.
And make a creature. Alright, that's excellent. And Nick is threatening a win next turn.
Yeah, from multiple angles.
Yeah.
So Davis is going to massacre. Yeah.
He has a swamp. Does Nick have a plains? Nick
He
did fetch
does.
for a plains. Okay, so he can do it. All gone. Liliana will probably tick up, but man. Elspeth. The two of Elspeth, there go Mother of Runes again. So relevant.
Elspeth, just such a powerful spell here.
Alright, and
Interesting. Nick chooses to sacrifice Mother of Runes.
we have
Liliana,
just walking
so
by,
that's-
checking with people. Still in the 4-1 bracket, we have David. Was it? Sorry, our opponent from last time, who was playing Ryan Forsberg. We're playing Rug Tempo, moving to X1, winning his next round.
Very nice.
His own Gite is going to Legend Rule the Gite. It's all coming down to Elspeth, though. It's so hard to answer, especially out of mono black.
Yep.
It's just so incredibly loyal. Yeah, so I'm thinking the pivotal play here was that turn where he cast the Nighthawk, needed to flash, needed to therapy away the Elspeth. He's going to Fairy Macabre.
Removing 2 lands. He was just going to discard it to Liliana anyway, so he figured he might as well just make sure Knight gets shrunk if ever happens. Very reasonable. Nick chose not to play that. Gives credit last turn for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you're playing quick, you forget, oh yeah, Liliana's going to get this card anyway. Probably doesn't matter too much. All right. So another creature for Elspeth. All right, Nick getting rid of all else. He's going to take down the Liliana first.
Okay.
Which is fine. The whole run Davis out of permanence strategy. Angelic Blessing a creature. Bring the Blessing to one at Liliana, the other one at Davis maybe. Liliana just doesn't match up against Elspeth at all. Okay, no, just going to the face. That's going to put him down to 2. There we go, another creature. Scavenging Ooze.
Yeah.
And
Is it another
That's
massacre
it.
to make it last longer?
Bajuka Bog.
No,
Get his
just a
graveyard.
Bajuka Bog.
And I'm dead. And get one of edict one of your creatures.
Yeah.
And
that's
concede.
it.
All right.
Nick Marriott able to win there with his Elspeth and his Zumasao's Jite, the 2 most
The
important
2
cards
most
there.
important cards. A matchup
The
that I
Elspeth
still
was
think
the